You know what I do like about you, Azeem, is the fact that it doesn't take you very long to get yourself back on track here and know what you're talking about. Okay. Last week you made comments, Azeem. This week, Marty Sugar could not be on the program tonight because he was working. He was working at a job. He claims that you knew about that, and that is why you challenged him to a debate, so you could claim victory when he wasn't able to make it.
No. That's not the case at all. Marty Sugar he's too afraid to, let alone face me in the ring, but to put his money where his mouth is, and can't debate me one-on-one.
Well,
so Marty Sugar, the only thing I can say to him is he is not a professional at all, and Marty Sugar is a sorry excuse for a wrestler who'd like to work backyard shows.
Well,
now, Marty Sugar, he was last night, I believe, in Kelowna, where it was Salmon Arm, worked a backyard show known as Thrash Wrestling. Now, if any professional were to work a show like that, they might as well just end their career right there.
Well, you don't get off the hit quite that easily, Azeem, because Marty Sugar did give me a statement that I am to read on the air while you are present, and I'd like to get your response to that now if I could.
Go ahead.
Marty Sugar wrote to me last week, Fred, I watched clips of the Fred Factor where Azeem the Dream decided he would try and say something negative about me. I say the word try, and that's in quotation, sir, because while I heard him mention my name about 50 times, he never really said anything derogatory. Maybe a mention of me not being a wrestler or not being in shape, but clearly, he said, that is a case of the pot calling the kettle black. Your response to that opening paragraph?
Well, I invite the challenge of Marty Sugar to take his shirt off, and I'll take my shirt off. We'll have a pose down one day.
A pose down?
See who gets the better response. Fred, you're no stranger to one of my workouts. I am in the gym twice a day, 5 to 6 times a week. Marty Sugar drives by the gym twice a day, 5 to 6 times a week.
So we have breaking news here, folks, on the Fred Factor tonight. If I've heard you correctly, Azeem, you are challenging Marty Sugar to a pose down.
No, I'm not saying at all. What I'm saying is that people can judge right away who's been in the gym and who hasn't been in the gym. I'm not saying I'm a Scotty Mac or anything, but I like to think I can hold my own in the gym.
Okay, well, Marty Sugar continues by saying, Azeem set up this debate on purpose, knowing full well I would not be able to take part in it. I'm sure Azeem thought this debate would be an easy win for him without me there, much like me actually wrestling Azeem would be an easy win for Marty Sugar. You see, 8 days ago at the ECCW event in Kelowna, I was talking to some real men, like Lumberjack Bubba and Ravenous Randy Myers, while Azeem hung out in the background, wishing one day that he could be a real man too. I had mentioned that I had just been hired to a new factory job, and I would be consistently working Sunday evenings. So Azeem, like the coward that he is, decided to take the low road and challenge me to a debate. Your comments, Azeem?
Well, I want to congratulate Marty Sugar on being Martin Sugar, getting a regular job, and he should stick to that. Fred, as far as the Kelowna show went, I like to hang around the back there with real professionals such as the NWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion Scotty Mac, guys like Sid Style and Chilltown who are real wrestlers who spend time in the gym, who have classic matches at each time. Now, Marty Sugar, God knows why ECW still books him. I have no idea why, but Marty Sugar, all he does is, if he wants to hang out guys around Lumberjack Bubba, when's the last time you saw Lumberjack Bubba in the ring? Must have been at least 10 years ago.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Well, he did, besides the tour that ECW did in the Okanagan last week, or at least the week before, Lumberjack Bubba hasn't been in the ring in almost 10 years.
Wow.
So if he wants to be able to hang out with Lumberjack Bubba, by all means, go ahead.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Chilltown, because that does come up a little bit later in his statement. Marty continues and wants to talk about your knock on his wrestling skills. He says, I will readily admit that I can't put on a 60-minute grappling classic. Then again, he says, neither can Azeem. In the past 5 years, I have diligently worked to create a wrestling style that works for me. In the past 2 years, Azeem has worked diligently to brown nose more than is humanly possible. And the only time that Azeem and I have been in the ring together, it was essentially a 3-on-1 in his favor, and I still ended up pitting Azeem in the middle of the ring. So even if I'm not good enough to be considered a wrestler, but I beat Azeem, what does that make him? Marty, Azeem, your response.
It makes me still better than him, because I believe next week is the Pacific Cup. I was the second man to qualify for that. Marty Sugar could not lose enough weight in the time to make it Pacific Cup. Now, next time you talk to Marty Sugar there, Fred, you might want to ask him, besides thrash wrestling, where else has Marty Sugar been?
Okay, I'll ask him that question. That's a fair...
I have done a successful tour of Toronto, Ontario, Canada last year. It was a great venue for me. I've been to Winnipeg. I've been to Portland. I've been to places where you don't know where. Marty Sugar will never, ever be in those places at all. Ever.
And that's
you go around to any wrestling promoter that I've been to, if you mention the name Marty Sugar, they don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, and then one of the reasons you believe that is because you think his physical fitness is poor.
It's not only that. I just think Marty Sugar was Marty Sugar before, and now he changed his name to Mad Dog or Moondog Sawyer, and now he's Mad Dog Marty Sugar.
Yes.
How many times did you change your name in the professional wrestling business to get somewhere? I have yet to change my name. I've been in this business almost 4 years now, and I'm still at the top of my game.
Well, turning to physical fitness, Marty says, I'm quick to admit that I have a beer gut, but that is because I am a real man in the mold of Dick Murdoch, Dick the Bruiser, Dick Slater, and Dick Togo. Isn't it funny that a lot of real men are named Dick, he writes. Meanwhile, Azeem just acts like one. But I digress. We were talking about physical fitness. Yes, I have a large belly, but I also have large arms, a thick neck, and a barrel chest. I am built like a classic pro wrestler, while Azeem is built like a...
That barrel chest. I'm going to cut you off right there, Fred. A barrel chest. Look at Marty Sugar's chest. I believe he's pushing a D38 cup right now.
Could be. He
could clearly look at him. I believe him and Dolly Parton can go shopping for bras together.
Well, Azeem does actually say to you that you kind of are built like a flat-chested 15-year-old girl whose metabolism has just, and I quote, cropped out on her. He says, I might have love handles and weigh 262 pounds, but Azeem has them and has a $150 weight at best. What is your response to that?
First of all, I'm not a $150. I am 183 pounds of solid steel and sex appeal. Marty Sugar is not 262. Try 378. He cannot last my gym workouts at all. I will bet you $1 million that I can run circles around Marty Sugar before he even gets into a gym with me.
Wow. Well, let's address quickly the Chilltown point you made. Marty does give you credit for something, Azeem. He says, I have seen the Chilltown internet videos, and Azeem looks great in a suit. That's something. Azeem will also look great in a casket, wearing that same suit, if he ever grows a pair and challenges me to a match.
The floor is open, my friend, right here on the Fred Factor. I'm saying right now, Marty Sugar, anytime you decide to grow the sets yourself, step in that ring with me, it'll be the last thing you do. My size bulb will connect on your face and end your wrestling career forever. You can go back to thrash wrestling, roll around some kid's backyard who thinks he can be a wrestler, and build a ring and decide to have a show in a bar. Go ahead, Marty Sugar. I'm going to drag you back to that thrash wrestling, and that's where you're going to live, and that's where you'll die. You'll never make it to my level in this world ever.
Wow. Well, Marty's final statement is, there is no chance Azeem could beat me in a fair fight, much like there is little chance he will advance very far in next week's Pacific Cup tournament. So until the day Azeem tricks himself into thinking he is actually a man, this mad dog would rather face the more manly members of Chilltown, like Nicole Matthews.
Well, Marty Sugar just seals his own fate right there. Nicole Matthews will take him to the limit, which means, in Marty Sugar's language, more than about 3 minutes.
I'll be fair. I wouldn't want to wrestle, Nicole Matthews either. She's quite, tough.
Yes, she is.
So you think Nicole Matthews would destroy Marty Sugar?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt.
Well, Azeem, do you have any concluding thoughts on this statement from Marty Sugar?
Statement. Marty Sugar is an idiot. You can tell that himself. Marty Sugar, his retirement is coming soon if he ever steps in the ring with me. Like I said, Fred, you can let him know I'm not a hard guy to find. And just if I may, Fred, the Pacific Cup is this Saturday, June 7th in Vancouver. Tickets are going extremely fast, so get your tickets right now. And also June 6th on Friday, we're in Abbotsford the night before.
That's right. That's going to be a great show, the Pacific Cup coming up. One of the best tournaments.
Right. And if people are looking at the website, we have 2 guys from the States that were going to come to the Pacific Cup, but have pulled up for whatever reason. So this Friday night, we'll have the final Pacific Cup qualifying match between